Hey, what's up, y'all? This is the first video in which I am showing my face and you're gonna hear my voice. But if you've followed my YouTube so far, then you know me as JamieFromPallet. So welcome in. Thank you to everybody who has followed so far, including not only on my YouTube, but also on my Twitch. I actually recently got started on Twitch. That's why I've been away for maybe a month or so from YouTube. And I also hit Twitch affiliate, which is awesome. And I can't thank my followers enough. Again, I really appreciate it. Today, I'm going to bring you a treat. Basically, this is a new team that I am trying. If you know me, then you know that I like to run Mr. Rime. And Ultra Remix just started. I messed around yesterday on the last day of Great League and ran Mr. Rime and Cresselia together with a different alternate of third. So my elo actually fell from 2000s, 1900s to uh, high 1800s. And then on day one of Remix, I actually climbed about 100 elo points with this team that I'm about to show you. So I was at like 1870 something, and then I ended up at 1970 something. So good deal. I'm still learning how to use this team, but went I think 15 wins out of 25 with it today, which is pretty good. So all five sets are positive. And so now I want to show you one battle. I'm going to do more follow-up videos to this video, but basically this is a double confusion Mr. Rime team. So again, you know I like to build team comps around Mr. Rime, which is quite the challenge. So I picked Gallade because Gallade has a more versatile move set of charge moves than Mr. Rime. Now I am realizing that on the screen here you're going to see Mr. Rime, Confusion, and Icy Wind. What I forgot to list is that I also double moved him recently with Psychic, and so we're going to see, if that gets any play in some of these battles. Gallade can do Confusion as well, so watch out poisons, watch out fighting types. With two Confusion users on my team, but can also access that Leaf Blade fairly quickly, and then can also use Close Combat, which would be quite useful against, say Steel, or even some fighting types, as well as just hitting hard on some other types where it's more of a neutral hit, but still hard hitting. I chose to run them with Umbreon, and that's because Umbreon is Dark type and a tank. So both of my other two, Mr. Rime and Gallade, are Psychic type. So they're going to be weak to Dark, they're going to be weak to Ghost. Dark on Dark can potentially help if Umbreon has foul play, and then Dark on Ghost is a type advantage there. Now, you've probably seen, if you have followed my journey so far, you've seen that last season I did really well with a Mr. Rime team comp that got as high as 2715 in Ultra Premier, and that was with an Umbreon that was running Foul Play and Psychic. However, that actually hit its limits, and it fell pretty hard eventually due to a lot of Steel. This time in Remix, we don't have as much Steel, at least not the top choice of Empoleon, but Foul Play and Last Resort, I think are going to be a really good move set for Umbreon. If I didn't have two other Psychics, then I might consider running Psychic on Umbreon, but I think this team comp is definitely an interesting one for coverage in that regard. So I'm going to go ahead and jump into this battle and consider this like a spotlight battle or a battle of my day today. I don't know that I can always do a battle of the day, but we're doing one today. Here we go. Gallade into Lapras. So I've got a great lead here. I can get to Leaf Blade, I believe, before they can get to a Surf. They're getting pretty close. There we go. Going to go ahead and fire off this Leaf Blade. They didn't try to catch, which is great. But I am going to try to catch on my Umbreon. And I didn't catch, and they're staying in, which makes me wonder why. Are they afraid of Gallade in my backline at all? Are they afraid of Umbreon relative to their backline at all? Why are they staying in with this Lapras right now? I mean, these are two tanks facing off against each other. They both have decently high defense and HP. Both weak to fighters. So I get a lot of energy off, but now they come in with their own Umbreon. So we've done a lot of heavy hits with Umbreon on their Lapras. I'm going to go Last Resort because that's what's actually going to do the most damage here. Okay. And we're basically in a Last Resort Umbreon turf war here, or mirror match here. I think theirs is powered up a lot more than mine is. So I'm going to be looking for a way to actually get out of this. And I do see that my timer is up because they stayed in with Lapras so long. It gave me this this timer space right here. So I go Gallade. I go in Gallade. Number one, he can tank at least one foul play here before Umbreon has to get to another one. And so I'm going to get to a move. I could have gone for the close combat. I'm going to have to shield for this. I could have gone close combat here, but I think they would probably just shield it, and what I need to do is land damage. I'm not really trying to take their shields right now. I really just want damage. So if they're okay with tanking this, they are. Awesome. Okay. Let's see what we can do here. Can we get to another one? Ooh, they go for the catch onto their Lapras. They're definitely counting my moves. So I'm definitely impressed with this so far. And it's going to make it more difficult now to keep chunking away. So are they going to let me get to another move? I'm pretty sure they come back in Umbreon. They know they don't want to expose their backline yet. Okay. They come back in Umbreon. My clock is up. I come back in with my Umbreon. I do have to burn a shield to make this work, but what I ultimately want is to have Mr. Rime not face their Umbreon. So I have to just keep trying and trying to hope that the damage I can get off here is going to be enough. So they shield, of course. And so we're in a little war here. I don't know that one Last Resort from either one of us is going to KO the other one. Let's see. Nope, still got some left. I charge a little over my Last Resort, and we're going to see, if I can get to any more after that. So now we've got both shields. Can I get to foul play? I get to foul play. Not sure I could get to another Last Resort there. I think that was going to knock me out. Okay. I'm going to go in. So basically here I'm banking my Umbreon. I don't want Mr. Rime to take this damage. I want them to worry about this Pokemon, Gallade, getting to a move. I went straight into Mr. Rime there to get rid of him. I was trying to bank Umbreon to use as a shield. Look, we got a Muck coming in. This is so fantastic. That Confusion is hitting so hard, and I get to the Psychic because of the energy lead that I had by doing that one Confusion to take out that Umbreon. Boom. Didn't even need my Umbreon sack swap. Lucked out there with the typing at the end, but keep in mind that their team comp, and I was wondering about this, I know I didn't say it to you guys during this match, but their team comp, it does have two Pokemon that are weak to fighting, and also Umbreon weak to Fairy. So I was kind of questioning what's going to be their third. So to see that it was actually a poison type means they're trying to do some coverage for Fairy. Also, fighting hits neutral, and honestly doesn't hit very well on Muck. I know that because I used to use Muck in the past, and it's Muck is fun to use against a Machamp um, if you can avoid those rock slides. But if you can do those poison jabs and acid spray, you can put up a fight to like a Machamp or a Venusaur with a Muck. Um, so yeah, I think if there's anything I could have done differently in that match, um, I had a lot of clever switching to basically keep playing from multiple angles their Umbreon. Really didn't care as much about the Lapras because I knew that my confusions can hit hard, and I really wasn't too worried about like Mr. Rime versus Lapras. They really didn't have runway to get to like a Skull Bash or anything, and the water and ice moves weren't going to hit as hard either. So the main worry I would have had is if I had gone in with Mr. Rime at the end and it was an unfavorable matchup, or maybe I was not able to outpace the Muck with my energy lead. That's where I would have needed that sack swap. So the one mistake that I made now looking at this battle is that I didn't wait out my clock. I went straight in with Mr. Rime. At the same time, if I overweight the clock and their clock is up, then their Muck gets to come in, and maybe I don't get as much of the energy lead that I had. And depending on their move set, if they had like a Dark Pulse, that potentially wouldn't have KO'd, but it would have hit really hard on Mr. Rime. Um, so it definitely helped to have that energy lead at the end, and to have that type advantage. I wasn't sure what it was going to be. I wasn't sure if it was going to be Fairy. And so for me, that was a worry. I also was wondering, is it going to be like a Nidoqueen? But if it was, then I was going to have quick access to my Icy Wind, and my confusions are going to chunk away at that Nidoqueen. So I'm really happy with how this match went, particularly the plays that I did to face their Umbreon and take it down before I had to reveal my second Psychic, Mr. Rime. But I do wonder. I do wonder how this sort of mirror match would go, or the same battle would go if their third wasn't a poison type. So what I have to do is think about that for next time. But while I did have some fairy teams put up a fight today, I was able to take down a few fairy teams as well. And so again, I want you to look out for a follow-up video from me. Also, I'll be streaming on Twitch maybe once or twice this week before the weekend. So please, come follow me on Twitch to get notified of when I'll stream, or check me out on Instagram or Twitter. And if you like this video, please give it a like. Please follow me if it's your first time watching. I hope to give you really awesome Mr. Rime team composition content as we continue this season.